pretty interesting. I think the anti-global strat, which is what Blacklist were going for, right? You give the Furion and then you pick a bunch of global heroes in the Breaker and the Spectre that can join any fight. Just outnumber him when he tries to outnumber you. It's an interesting idea. And then have some like independent laners so that global ability isn't hurting you when you leave people alone, like the Timber mid or the Spear Breaker, right? These are cores that you leave them alone, they don't. They're going to do their thing. Pretty hard to shut down.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting conceptual idea with what they have going on. I think it's something that could work pretty well in this game.
I did have a problem with something that they said, actually. I remember this.
Who, Kezu?
Yeah, it was actually Kezu. He said there was only the Grimstroke to counter the Timbersaw. And while I agree, it should have been more emphasized that Grimstroke does dumpster Timbersaw in a lot of ways. I think that hero handles Timbersaw really well. So if you're already picking a hero that is not an Abed specialty, first of all, this guy's played it like 5 times in the last year, 10 times in the last 5 years. You know, it's not like a big Abed hero. It's not a big hero for the meta, and you're already matched up against one of the better support counters to it. I'm not a big fan.
30 seconds to battle.
I think it can work. I think he's pretty comfortable. I think the weakness a little bit there.
But I mean, that's just Abed being comfortable on most heroes. But
sure. But once he Storm Spirit, sure. We'll see it come out. Maybe he'll pick it for himself. Never know.
Do you think there was a discussion he had with Mushi?
Well, it looked like he was.
You're not going to pigeonhole me.
I feel like he was drafting. Hard to tell as we switch. But we saw the early odds of the teleport from Celery as it's just going to force a fight on their vision, but they kind of left the hill and then they're going to give up first blood instead. Just to
yeah, it is going to be traded out with Tim's, but definitely not the way the Blacklist expected that to go. They do manage to get the ward kill though, so that's a little bit extra gold and experience their way.
I mean, Blacklist very happy with that. That is a teleport committed from Celery with 2 obs for them to take that fight. They don't even end up getting the first blood. They lose one of the wards. And then, I mean, you skilled the stun on Ace. Which,
the late good luck, have fun. I love that post first blood.
A natural pub player. You're talking about the Grimstroke Timber. I think this is one of Timber's worst support matchups. I mean, the other one is like Nyx, but ain't nobody playing Nyx out here. So.
Nobody's playing that godforsaken hero.
But we did see some counterplay that I remember ATF developed, right? Which is the Manta style Timbersaw.
Yeah.
You just dodge the bug and then what?
It's an option. I don't know if Timbersaw can still be building Manta in a meta that he's not super.
It's universal. Sure, it'll work out. But this is the one thing they have going. I mean, that's why I value Grimstroke so highly. This hero is just never bad. There's never a game I see where I don't think this hero spells are useful.
It is the most picked hero of the tournament for a reason. Right?
That's because I told teams to pick it. You're welcome.
That's not what happened.
I literally told Gaimin at breakfast this week. I said, you guys better pick this hero.
Oh, so you are backing Gaimin Gladiators?
No.
You are trying to help them win. Is that
not the point of this story.
Is it because your connection with Quick?
And I said, I hope you lose, too. I hope you pick it, and I hope you lose, but the Grim looks great. Make sure the Grim looks great.
I see. I got you.
Anyway, they're trying to play off this double stun top because Ace did take the Wraith Fire Blast level 1 to try and get the first blood. Another downside of that engagement for Gaming, because I think you'd rather have just get the skeletons out, and then the second you hit level 2, you have the skeletons with the stun, you go on somebody. That's kind of how you want to play the lane with this hero, so instead he's going to have to wait even longer to get the charges up. Pretty slow start for this off lane for Gaimin, and as we see in the CS board, I mean, Blacklist pretty happy with this start. Abed's going to win mid for sure. It's just not a matchup you can outskill because it's a real hero versus a fake hero, and getting farm early on Spectre, got to be pretty happy. This hero just takes over the map so early, so fast.
Yeah, it's got a playstyle that I actually really love. Just seeing this carry be able to be super active.
I still think it's one of the biggest conceptual changes to a hero we've almost never seen in Dota.
Yeah.
I think it's like so big, you just don't understand it. You look at the hero and you see Spectre and your brain thinks late game, slow, long cooldown ultimate. That's how my brain thinks. Maybe I'm just slow. I don't think 40, 50 second uptime global, you know, like.
And that means Raven's going to be able to match the impact of Nature's Prophet very early on. That's the one part I do like about it, is that Nature's Prophet brings this element to the game, like, oh, I'm going to be able to outnumber you with this constant global rotations. Well, as soon as Spectre gets 6, you're pretty much matching that Furion, toe-to-toe.
As long as he can stay on the lane, which is, you know, the Treant. Very nice hero to keep him on the lane, give him solo XP if they can ever get the lane back, which so far has been tough for Carlo. Sofu and Ace have done a nice job keeping equilibrium in a decent place top, and they're playing that lane back, and we're just going dead even mid. Also pretty good. Showing their lane prowess here is start to swing some of the momentum back here. It's really a question of how much XP you can get on these cores for Black. You can get Spear Breaker to some fast levels, you get the Timber to a place where he's getting power runes and can maybe gank and do more XP their way. That's what they're really looking for. I don't think the items matter too much. They just skills.
I'm glad you brought up Spirit Breaker, because it was the hero I wanted to talk about next. Is this hero still broken?
Depends who's playing it.
Okay, I was playing it in a pub the other day.
Definitely
and it felt pretty broken.
Well, not in your hands, no, but in a professional.
In Gabby's hands?
Say this, I think the Breaker Grimstroke is broken.
Yes.
I'm surprised we haven't seen people try and force the combination a bit more. I think it's one of the reasons Blacklist took it in that second phase. Like, they did not want to give it.
Like you said, they're trying to pull the lane back, but that also leaves an opening here for Raven to potentially get caught. Instead, it's going to be Ace. They thought they had the damage, but the Leech Seed makes the difference. Huge difference when you get Treant Protector to level 3. Get that level 2 Leech Seed.
Spectre with, you know, early dispersion point. This hero just thrives with sustainer support. Yeah, it's like that classic combination.
Celery maybe in a spot of trouble here.
Oh, the bash.
Managed to get one bash. Where's the fear shot? Finally it goes out, but Gabby's already left.
Yo, Gabby.
He was like, I thought you weren't going to use it. I was waiting for so long.
You're not playing
and Carlo was making the rotation too. They're actually going to TP the Furion out, which does leave Duraccio alone here.
Oh, he saved the bash. He knew.
Easy kill to get. Very nice.
Gabby knew, dude. He didn't want to waste that bash on the support.
Did he get 2 bashes and 2 hits? 3 hits, maybe?
Yeah, we'll give him a little 60s. Raven will go down off the Treant rotation. So, strike back there.
Radiant's bottom tower still
Gabby's used to playing in Western Europe where they kill shots.
Yeah, right, of course. Western Europe, known for their poor skill.
Yeah, not known for the high mechanical skills.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He's just got to get used to playing in a high skill region like SEA again, and then he would have committed for sure. That region jumping, it shows, man. It shows. Something Ovid's going to have to get used to again as well, because of course he's coming from the strongest region in North America.
Right, where the best mids like Quinn that he was matched up against before, right?
So it's going to take him some time to adjust to, you know, playing on like a normal level again.
Right. I mean, that means theoretically he should dominate the opposing competition in his region.
Yeah, but it's like when astronauts come back from space, right? Their bones aren't used to like the extra G's.
He's tripping all over himself.
Yeah, he's not used to like the lower APM. You know, he's used to playing against these high-level North American mids, and now it's going to settle down average-wise a bit, and his bones just they're going to crumble, dude. He's going to have to do some extra gym workout or something. See if he adjusts. So far, 35-4. I mean, the upside in this matchup is he's still playing against Quinn, so it's like he never left.
Used to it, yeah. He knows this matchup. Played it a few times.
However, Quinn has got the better of that lane, which surprised me a bit. I didn't think he would win the lane outright. I mean, it's very even. It's not that it makes a huge difference. I thought Timber would have pulled a little bit farther ahead. Nonetheless, it's something where it prevented Furion going in there and ganking him. That's the other big upside for this pick, right? Like, what is Celery's early game impact been? He hasn't been able to have that game flow you traditionally want with the hero, which is either ganking mid or ganking the enemy safely.
Yeah, he actually got out-rotated by Treant Protector.
Yeah, so Blacklist did a decent job defending those early moves, and that has pushed Furion down on the XP board.
Carlo making a run for it. He's trying to pull the creeps off the tower, but he's going to be caught before he gets back to the jungle, back to the forest from whence he came. He'll die, instead head back to the fountain. Abed has made a rotation, though. He wants to hold this tower.
Oh, he got zapped!
Oh, no! That is unfortunate.
Middle tower is under attack.
Abed is really going to hate that one, because that wasn't a great kill trade-off in the first place, to have it taken away by the neutrals.
That was costly for Abed.
Yeah. Which one, Dire?
Nice little heads-up play. They still have their Wisdom Rune to get, so that'll push the Furion almost to level 5. But this is still the downside of the hero. When you don't get the early momentum going, like these random kills, random ganks, you end up being low level. This hero, he wants his early 6 as fast as possible, because that's his extra kill power and the extra XP. Gold off the map. Celery, he's a Chen player. He's an enchant.
Radiant's bottom
There
tower
his friend.
needs a hand.
He summoned some some
He's
voodoo.
like, aggro them to the easy camp. Get zapped.
Take me, brother. Set up here for... No one's down here.
Dire's
So
top
you'd
tower
love
is
to
under
kick
attack.
Dirachi off this lane and take his tower.
That's kind of the MO for both of these safe lanes, right? I would say there's a little bit more pressure on Blacklist to hold their safe lane, which is where Quinn's rotation is going to pay off pretty nice.
Yeah, but unless Abed's going up there, you can't hold it. No way you're sitting up here with Spectre against Wraith King with full Skelly boys. His tower's just going down. So the onus is on Blacklist right now to make the exchange happen. And he's even going to respond.
TP rotation coming in from Quinn will at least get one trade-off. Still has a Rolling Thunder, so he can still play for it, but Dirachi, he doesn't have Eclipse yet, so real damage source behind this.
Dry says no.
I wonder if Quinn's happy about that. Like, you get the tower defense.
Amazing.
You
what
use your
found
DD, but you don't get a crazy fight out of it.
I don't think
I
it's
think it's
about
probably
Quinn,
solid.
to be honest. I feel like it's Dirachi. Are you happy with that? And if Dirachi is happy with it,
Yeah, he probably
here.
is happy. That's true. And they're going to get another swing off it into mid with this DD, so this will be another tier 1 tower down because you had the Skellies come with Ace.
That happened fast. Gaimin Gladiators up by 2K and are going to be taking a huge tower lead. Took the enemy safe lane tower. Now the mid tower is gone. They're holding their own safe lane tower. Their Luna is naturally going to outfarm a Spectre, but when you have a lane to actually play off of where the Spectre does not, it's going to get real rough real quick.
That was a very nice sequence, for sure. And it just came online and a little too fast before the global presence was there for Blacklist in terms of getting the Spectre into a fight like that bottom that you're willing to commit to.
Yeah.
You also are still missing the ults for these supports.
Radiant's
Don't have
bottom
Pierce the
tower
Veil, you
is
don't
under
have the
attack.
Tree and ulti here. Those are some of your big damage healers in the team fight. And I mean, Quinn just running you down right now because there's no control for this Rolling Thunder until you have Overgrowth.
Yep. Okay, this swashbuckle puts himself in range of Abed. Now he has the Rolling Thunder, but may not be expecting this rotation from everyone else on Blacklist.
Okay.
The charge on through connects with Raven being able to show up with his ultimate and a big burst of single target damage.
Nice pick off, especially since he had the regen. He was just trying to trade some regen out, but
Yeah.
A little too far as Spear Breaker comes in, nails you down. Ults put the good use, and that'll be the Midas for Gabby. So, still having a pretty solid game down here. I mean, it's been quiet for him, but 3 assists, no deaths, tower's dead bottom, Might is done for the Breaker. This is when he's going to start to pick up the farm. If you're Blacklist, I think you're okay with this position, right? Those 1 or 2 moves that Gaimin made that took a tower advantage were nice, but you have the global heroes who can play a spread out map. You don't have to clump too much. Ancient stacking, however, is something you're going to have to think about, as the Luna will definitely pull ahead of your Spectre on the map right now. And stack advantage, of course, going Western Europe's way here.
That matchup's pretty rough too. Ever since they gave the Luna the shard,
Dire's scanning for
where you have those glaives, any melee matchup I think is favorable. And then add on top of that, Spectre is supposed to have this like damage resistance, but now Luna also has that thanks to the shard.
I mean, there's a reason Luna has gone up in priority. The scale is way better on this hero. She wins some of these matchups I've never seen her win as, yeah, like some of these Terror Blades and stuff, she just takes it to him. See Quinn mop up these Ancients to Diracio's dismay, but as I always say, Diracio, you're not the one.
Yeah, they actually have, they give it to, they have both Ace and Diracio who are playing a little bit more traditional carries. They give those stacks to Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, it must be fun to play off lane.
Just farm away.
Just get left alone in a lane. No ancient priority.
Yeah, when it comes to like creating space, people aren't asking you to like make rotations. They're asking you to just push the lane into the tier 2 tower.
You're gonna try for another potential global kill.
This one, a lot harder. Quinn, not overreacting to the Blacklist presence there. Doesn't use it.
You gotta think about this Grim Furion ulti. Throw this double Nature's Wrath through in this fight.
Yeah.
It can be pretty nasty, not necessarily in the fight because you're throwing it there, but like it hits some random dude on another lane. You just get double popped.
Yeah, at some point, Furion's going to have an Aghanim Scepter. It's an additional little bit of Disable as well.
That's the annoying part about this hero to me. Like, okay, there's a lot of annoying parts about Furion.
So many annoying things.
But to me, it's the Ags that actually makes him viable. Because I think a lot of the other items are not that scary, but you see his Ags come out, and all of a sudden, everybody's just getting massively disarmed and rooted in the... So obnoxious.
Yeah, they gave him Teamfight Disable, when this hero has never had anything like that.
Sound a little annoyed.
I think that Furion has actually managed to take my #1 hated hero in Dota 2.
Who used to have
over
it?
Tinker.
Oh, over Tinker. Why do people hate Tinker? I don't get this obsession, man. Chilling.
Understand, you're a pro gamer.
Overgrowth's gonna try and nail this out.
That is not going to be enough, but Abed can't get some return kills. They're going to get 2 for 1 so far, but Abed can keep chasing down more of these heroes. He's going to go for Quinn, but Gabby was going for a different target, and now they're missing the disable and the damage to perhaps get both of them. Okay, bumps him into the fear shot. Celery. Yeah, they're trying to push him straight into those, through the little doors for the kobolds.
Get in there. Mind me some gems.
Well, he'll be farming him for sure. Abed takes away the Wraith King reincarnation. Does need some help if he wants to get a second life.
Or it's an early blink as well. Just blink rush. Timbersaw feels like he's tanky enough. Can't get brought down here. Very aggressive item choice, but does pay off in these long drawn-out fights where you can chase people down.
Damage is going to go up, though, for Gaimin Gladiators, so I'm not sure if he's going to be actually tanky enough soon. You almost have Radiance on Wraith King.
Blink just won him that shield rune, so now he has the tank.
Okay.
Don't ever doubt Abed again.
I'm actually going to be I'll be doubting Abed for a solid, like, 6 months, if I'm honest. Just like, you know,
what happens after 6 months?
I want to see if he still has the hunger to be a champion, you know? Because no fault to him, but being on that previous roster for that long, I feel like it's got to take it out of him. You got to rekindle. You got to rekindle that.
Sounds like you're throwing some shade.
I am throwing some shade.
Okay.
The seeds of fortune.
What, you don't want to jump in on that? I know you do.
No. I don't know who you're throwing shade at.
Radiant
Celery.
Scanning for enemies.
Breaks a smoke here. Doesn't get caught in the process.
Fortunate angle, but he did have the ward, so not a bad place to be.
Abed is. I'm gonna find this goddamn hero. Somebody broke our smoke. He's gonna be lacking the disable to stop Celery.
He was just getting stalled out on the map, but again, I don't know if Blacklist are too sad about that. I think the scary part in this game is when Gaimin group up around the Wraith King with the Luna combination. This is nighttime, you have the global aura, but you also have this Radiance completed on Ace, and they want to fight. So you have to be wary about this ball coming into you and not giving up the pick-off. I think you can take the 5-on-5 as long as you don't give the freebie to start it off.
This is
Nice
why you
break
pick
by
up the
Carlo.
shard on Train Protector right at 15 minutes.
Yes, this is very good for Blacklist, because now you're just wasting the time of this ball. You even took the rune from under Quinn's nose, and you're splitting the map, which is what your lineup drives at. You have the Midas Breaker, you have the Spectre, you can get the pick-offs.
And that information, seeing them all mid, they know Jirachi is a lone bottom, and they make a very fast move. One thing that Blink Dagger really gives them as well, right?
Or initiation,
Yeah.
especially off of a Treant or a Spectre just starting it off. Suddenly the Timbersaw straight on top of you as well. This map is not proving to be too fun for Gaimin to play right now. And the burst is so close.
Very nice.
Top tower's under attack.
This is what this lineup's designed to do. The second you split up, you're going to get scouted. The second you get scouted, you're going to get collapsed on. And those cooldowns, there's nothing you really have to wait for. Your Blacklist. Carlo has set up a decent amount here in the last 2 minutes. He's going to continue to push that advantage with the numbers. 2 cores still dead. Just more and more information. They're going to steal, maybe steal some stacks.
Yeah, Abed's going to take it from him. So we'll see how Gaimin Gladiators react to this turn. Hillary might end up dying here as he's a little close to Abed, who is going to collect some of these neutral items, see if he gets away from this. Nice. Abed making a really good read there. Doesn't actually get away from the stun in time, sadly, but waiting out the Sprout and then cutting it down before he used the Timber Chain was nice. Sadly, though, Gaimin Gladiators found him in the end.
I mean, he thought since he left the team with Cliffs would be Sorry, that one sticks with you.
Our tour curse.
Once it's
Oh,
there.
and Carlos underneath the sentry as well. So Gaimin Gladiators grouping up a little bit and finding a nice rebuttal,
Won't even get
reclaiming
bored.
some of the advantage that they lost.
Deep dire wards are nice, but they don't really prevent the incursion. And now, Gaimin just protecting their one obs. Work done. Striking back. Big timber kill as well. Like when the timber's off the map, these global threats are not nearly as low. It's got to be him going in and setting up the damage with, you know, Blink Kaya. I mean, that's designed to do. Still space for the Spectre, who will make a quick jump.
Oh, this one isn't as easy. They don't get the kill right away on Celery, and fortunately it's just Tibbs who gets caught. I was afraid the Spectre was going to get caught in that nasty situation, but he hopped right back from where he came from.
Almost Radiance for the Spectre. Did go back for it on Reap.
It's
gonna be nice this game.
What do you think about Radiance on these Spectres versus the other builds? This build-up of Manta, Orchid, Bloodthorn, the very single target. Like, pop somebody, pop your Manta illusions, put the Bloodthorn on, and then jump back.
I feel like I generally like that build.
Okay.
I think the extra mana regen's nice. I think the single target burst is what you're looking
middle tower looks to be
for.
Yep.
Like, you're not looking to jump in and then sit in the fight and Radiance burn them. I mean, you can do it with this Blade Mail build, but it ends up being a little weird in some of these like 5-on-5s because the hero isn't really designed to do that until later in the game. I think you should play for the pick off the mid to help you, helps you push out the map, which also helps you pick off.
Got him.
Yeah, he's gonna get there in time, but
Stuns aren't going to last too long. Well, looks like his W just ran out. First
Okay.
damage is enough before the charge can come back up. He has Octarine too, so that timing is a very small window.
I mean, Solar Crest plus Pangolier going through. Shot. That is some serious minus armor. And it'll be another smoke on the other side of the map that they're going to try and snowball us even more. We'll get D-Ward for their trouble, but that's another smoke break by the Blacklist support duo here.
Going back to the Spectre Radiance conversation, though, why do you think he went Radiance in this game rather than single target
I mean,
build?
it's
Radiant are scared.
Okay. So he's saying it's not necessarily a strategic thing, just a player preference.
Raven likes to farm. I mean, I've watched this guy play forever, it feels like.
Yeah.
DI6 or something. I just likes to farm. I feel like he's generally one of the more passive SEA carries, at least in like the early mid games. And then when he gets to his point, he'll take the game. But he likes to just try and get to that point. Well, maybe there's some influence there. Maybe he just wants to match Ace with some Radiance on Radiance battle. It is a good Radiance game in terms of the mischance going in the fight. And you're not going to lack too much single target damage when you jump on people. Like, ultimately, I almost think the itemization on Spectre kind of doesn't matter. It's more about how you're playing the map. Pickoffs, right? If you're getting the pickoffs, then whatever. Your items matter late when you're like man fighting carries, but until then, it doesn't really matter. So if he wants to go as Manta Radiance, that's when it'll pay off. When he has Manta after this, you can push the lanes back into gaming and try and gain more map control to help set up for the team. That's when it'll feel really nice. We'll do some work this game.
Between illusions and treants and skeletons, they can tank this Roshan forever, and they'll be able to do it eventually, but Blacklist might be able to get the punish after the Roshan dies here. They're closing in on the pit.
Yeah, they can stay out with the tree. Maybe set something up. Again, you just look where Gaimin go on the lanes. They're going to send Dyrachyo mid. So this can be a signal for you to just, you know, smoke quick into bottom, look for that 5-on-4 fight. The Spectre can join, which level 2 Shadow Step already up, 50-second cooldown.
Yeah, they're making that read. Carlos getting the information. They found Tofu right away. That's a great hero for them to be able to jump. Yeah, Gabby and Raven both going for it, and they managed to stop the Rolling Thunder just in time. Now, it's still going to get some damage done here as it bounces in some of the heroes, but the Wraith King Reincarnation running out. He has to blink himself away. Quinn going for the retreat, but caught. Gabby gets the charge on through. Shield Rune is going to protect him, though. They don't want to be too enthusiastic about making this fight happen.
Now, Dyrachyo got back as well.
Yeah, they got what they wanted out of that situation, and they call it from there.
They should be happy with that. And that's a great pickoff. It forced Dyrachyo to run all the way back bottom, taking advantage of that teleport. Just going to go back to splitting the map and set something else up. It's going to be a tough position for Gaimin to play. I think normally they would just want to group up at this point and push down objectives with the agents. It's generally what they like to do, especially when they have a hero on Ace that can just power through these objectives.
Yeah.
Not so straightforward this game. It's going to have to be lanes in first, a smoke connection, or some sort of wraparound on an objective. And these smokes just haven't been landed. Blacklist have played a pretty solid defensive like first 20 minutes here. mainly what they wanted to have happen. They just want to get Raven to the second and third item here. He's going to be a powerhouse in the fight. There's not a lot that deals with him directly outside of Luna being like 5-slotted, right? If you have Satanic, Butterfly, Silver Edge, Shard, Luna, okay, then maybe Raven has to think about who he's going on and you can kill the Luna last. But for now,
Speaking of,
beast on the map.
he's going to go on Ace with that reincarnation on cooldown from the last fight.
That was the other benefit of that skirmish bottom, right?
Yep.
Something like this. And again, you're forcing the reaction out of Gladiators here. They're the ones keeping the Pango to try and bail this out. There's no bailing it out.
I mean, Blacklist is just playing way too fast for Gaimin Gladiators to keep up, it seems. Though maybe they finally caught something. Abed going to be stuck with the Spectre on him. Not going to be able to Timber Chain away in that situation.
Fast for themselves, maybe.
Maybe.
Lingered a little too long. I mean, they had the right idea of like, poke that, force another TP, get the hell out. That's one of the annoying things about Furion. Zero has crazy stacking. He's deceptively tanky. This is 1700 HP with, you know, Apple, Crest.
That.
Yeah. Pupils gift. It's an apple.
Oh. I was looking at Solar Crest and all his other items. I didn't look at the neutral item.
It needs a hand.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that Furion doesn't have to buy boots just gets extra stats from
You don't
items.
call it the apple?
I have never called it that in my life, no.
Okay. Well,
Not sure too often I've talked about
middle
people.
tower's taking a dirt nap.
An apple a day keeps Spectre away.
For the treasure.
Terrible.
He is still here for a minute.
Bottom lane, we got a little engagement going on. The Spectre is the one in trouble here. Double damage on Quinn makes short work of Raven. A
Did
killing
not
spree.
Respect the apple. I don't telling him the same. Literally kept him away as once more Celery's just too tanky to burst. They'll turn it around. DD for Quinn definitely helps that out. This Pango Grim combination is some work in all of these fights. I mean, Overgrowth slows it down, but it does eventually go through. Gives you decent amount of control, and that's a pipe for this Furion. Who oddly is still behind Tims, who went back for the Midas, so we're talking about this Furion getting the items, but it's actually just been more to farming up the map and lead the pack in terms of the support network here. Just looking to continue to scale. Shadowblade next on the menu. All right, Tims. Now, son, you got a lot of greedy cores on this team. I don't know how greedy you want to get, but if he gets there, it'll pay off.
I mean, it does just increase their late game scaling.
Yes,
and
this is late game security.
it puts more of a timer on Gaimin Gladiators. Like, hey, we've got double Midas.
The problem is, like, Gaimin aren't planning to go 60 minutes. They're
No.
planning to go maybe 30, 35 with this next Aegis and go high ground with the Luna Raid.
That's fair, but
So does it help you at that point? If it does, you're going to be happy with it all around. But if it doesn't, you're going to wish you had like a Orc Staff or Solar Crest or something, right?
maybe. I feel like a lot of utility items actually don't get that much benefit with
Radiant's middle
where's
tower
anyone.
is not feeling the
No,
love.
but... Well, then why did you go Aethos?
Why did he go Aethos?
Yeah, riddle me that.
Because
Austin.
they needed some additional control for
Have you
Ahmed
seen
to be
him
able
use
to play
it
off
once
of.
this game?
I have not.
Yes.
But
so he should have
theoretically-
just gone Midas Mjolnir.
Radiant's bottom
Apparently.
tower
He
needs a
should have.
hand.
But, you know, you can't know all the things that are going to be happening in Dota. You got to have sometimes a plan B. Like,
I'm
all
just-
right, if they try and make some
Okay,
moves,
yeah, sure,
and I
but-
need an additional disable.
I feel like if you're going to go Aethos, you may as well just go fighting items and let someone else pick up. If you're going to go the Midas, you may as well greed it out and just play carry.
Who else is going to greet it out? Tran Protector?
Yeah.
You can't say that with a straight face.
Cool, though.
Radiant's
Win.
middle
Find
It, Blacklist need to take a little bit more of a trek to get here, so this is going to be delayed. Like that. Spectre waiting for somebody else to show before finally jumping. They do manage to get, again, the counter to the Rolling Thunder. He does have the Illusion Rune, though, so he's going to be okay. Or, excuse me, Manta. Be able to get rid of that overgrowth.
And we saw BKB from Abed. That was his choice to deal with the Grimstroke here. No Manta style. Bit sad, but BKB definitely the safer choice. Makes him basically invincible in the fight for the duration, right? I don't see Gaimin killing him through it. Yeah, his tower is getting chipped, but you have living
middle
armor.
tower looks to be
Not too sad about it. Another quick pick off Blacklist here as they keep this lead from growing.
Looks
Can
like
you-
they want to make the move to bottom lane off Blacklist already.
Atos.
Ah, the Atos, there it is. He's stuck in the ghost. That was a ton of burst damage. Man. He's gonna die twice.
He's gone. Whirling death. Way too
Oh,
strong.
Garaggio, he managed to get the break onto the Spectre. No Eclipse bounces onto him, though. A little bit unfortunate. He gets bashed up a second time. That is just unfortunate. He just did not get the damage on the hero that he wanted to go on there. Also outnumbered by a large amount is Blacklist. Had already killed one and had all 5 of their heroes, and now they're going to be rewarded with a fantastic team fight, getting 4 kills for nothing in return.
Triple kill for Raven, but I have a feeling Tim's did some decent damage in that fight. I mean, he was just chunking the Luna with this enchanted quiver on top of his ult. And yeah, 2,000 damage coming out from the Ward, though, almost matching Raven as Abed just slices and dices the Wraith King twice there. I mean, what is Ace's answer, really? Because he went for the AC to try and bulk up this 5-on-5 fan fight, but he needs BKB to do anything, it feels like. A single whirling death punch chakram is 80% of his HP.
And an Atos.
Yeah, I mean, it was the Atos that really did him in there, as we can see.
Yeah, he was stuck inside of the Chakram and the Ghost.
But this is like the dream fight for Tim. He's just sitting here full ulti. Takes Dyrachyo down. I'm the real carry, bro. What's up? But a very discoordinated fight from Game as well. And this is, again, the global pickoff from Blacklist, just setting it up for them. This lineup has just played out really nice for them. You just swing that 5 or 6K gold lead the game we're building straight into their pocket. Up now a bit.
And I would say even net worth is like heavily favorable for Black.
For the foreseeable future, yes. In the ultra late, this game gets weird. I do think there's like some weird ultra late scaling that Luna can always surprise you with. And like Wraith King Ags, for example, could be pretty weird, right?
I mean, I'll agree with that only because of the fact that they have Furion as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
but I don't think anything beats Huerta's scale.
That's why you went for the Midas, man.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. You want to go late? Tim's king of late. Late to the fight.
The late king.
Because I'm farming.
He's busy trying to find that right neutral creep to Midas.
That's right.
Ace, you better run. You better run, or your team better go through the portal to join you. Oh, 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 oh.
That was... Who's going through who?
Gabby? Okay, Gabby's gonna go for it with his BKB. They're gonna jump onto the Furion. Immediately, Tim's gonna put him down. Meanwhile, the Eclipse on the high ground.
That overgrowth destroyed them there.
Yeah, it did. It controlled all of those heroes. They couldn't get any sort of rebuttal there. Now the control is wearing out, and Blacklist have gotten free.
Why not just wait 25 seconds for another Shadow Step, right? You got Eclipse, you got BKBs out of that, you got a buyback out of the Furion.
They did use some other things like Tim's ultimate.
I want to reset, get some more HP on Abed as well. And that overgrowth just wrecked that team fight from Gaimin. Could not commit with the Eclipse there. They still have the BKB on Dyrachyo. The big factor here is he wants to force the fight.
Like, or jumping onto the Spectre. It is an easier kill than I think Blacklist anticipated.
What was he doing there?
I don't know.
Just missed math read. That was way too easy, right?
I mean, considering the situation, which was Blacklist got a buyback out of Gaimin Gladiators, you know they want to try and make something happen.
And they have an Ob Sentry in the back, so they saw Carlo here. They see Gabby. And Yules for the bulldoze. Still BKB.
He might be able to get the kill on Tofu here before he leaves, and he does. He gets it with the charge away.
Whatever, bro.
Is Spirit Breaker still broken? I'll pop that question to you again.
As you bash like this, man, 100%. Abby showing you how to play this hero. Just bash, bro. Why don't you bash?
Well, they did it. Gaimin Gladiators got themselves the Roshan. Enough pickoffs will lead to breaking that idea from Blacklist.
That's a death.
4 bash.
That's a death summary right there. I know we can't click on it, but the death summary is just bash, bash, into another bash. In fact, he took 900 damage.
I mean, to be fair, 2 of those are right-click bashes, and 2 of those are...
Yeah, I know, but to see 4 in a row, it just looked... Uh-oh, is up, Dyrachyo?
Yeah, that... He's got an 8.
Yeah, but Gabby's got power of...
Wow.
Did power of luck. You don't need luck. Quinn. Does him no good there. Gem is Celery's gem as well. So they got Gaimin's gem out of that fight. They had another one that Carlo bought on Ovid. So double gem on Blacklist side. And that's another big win for them. Vision advantage on the map is going to be huge because they're just going to run around T-ward everything. It's going to make the global presence even stronger.
I mean, it also means Carlo can be fearless in running on Gaimin Gladiators side of the map.
The Invis tree, they have the Shadowblade Breaker, and they have the Shadowblade Morta. So you're looking at triple Invis that Gaimin just can't see in the fight unless you get Dust out. And who wants to hold Dust?
This is a situation where I think you have to 5-man around a sentry and just wait. Wait for somebody to walk underneath it.
Kind of. The problem is if it's the Breaker or the Timber, I don't think you have the chain stun to burst them before BKB comes out.
For Abed, this is a tough kill to get, especially with the BKB, and it does put their supports a little bit exposed. You can see Raven jumps in, but Tofu's going to be okay for now. Helped by the pipe, but Abed, he wants to finish him off. That goes to so annoying, and BKB is going to wear out Gabby, meanwhile trying to control up the Luna. Does hit him with that Nether Strike, and it's enough. With the help of Tims, they've got the damage. Now in the second light, though,
yes,
Carlo, he's got an overgrowth. He's going to be able to control up the Luna during the BKB. They reset, though, off of a buyback for the Grimstroke. They got another one out of Gaimin Gladiators.
Disciplined retreat here from Blacklist as just gonna wait for the spells to come back up. Don't want to engage into Luna with a BKB when you don't have any. Also eyeing that Satanic that was picked up from Thracio there. And like you said, got another buyback, so the lead continuing to grow here. As Gaimin are still searching for answers in these team fights, man. Like, it doesn't seem like anything's focused for them, right?
Yeah.
You have to, I think you have to be able to start it off with Ace just jumping in, but again, he still doesn't have the BKB. He felt like he needed the blink to start the fight, which I think is accurate. But he needs BKB to be able to stand there and do anything because he dies in 2 seconds to this Timbersaw. So you might just need the next set of items here if you're Gaimin. And the whole time this is happening, your backline is getting destroyed by Raven. He is just targeting the Grimstroke and the Furion every time. Pretty much the Grimstroke, since I don't think he cares about the Furion. And nobody can help him out because you have triple damage dealing cores on Gaimin side. There's no Underlord or Tidehunter in this type of game to, you know, provide some auras for your supports here. The downside of having the triple carry. So Gaimin need to get their triple carry to a point where they're happy just manning up in the fight and focusing down a single target core with Raven going in with the stun off Inkswell into like Lucent Beam, Rolling Thunder, you know, kill Raven, kill a Breaker, take the fight off that. And then just play around Thracio holding his ground, which should be the late game Luna timing at this point. It's got to be like that Satanic Butterfly, I guess Lincoln's. He has the shard, so he's getting there.
Yeah, it's another problem when you are reliant on playing around this Luna. She needs to be able to output damage. The Spirit Breaker makes things really hard in that regard.
This hero's just so annoying for carries when he's charging through off low cooldown. He's also doing a crap ton of damage now. He has Ceremonial Rope plus the Kayayaka.
Oh, and he sees so many heroes immediately. Tofu's dead. That's a dieback. This fight is already over for Gaimin Gladiators. Just, they got to get out of here. Well, Thracio making him feel the Train Protector. Pop the BKB at half health here. It's not looking good. Yeah, he gets run over by Tims and Gabby. And oh no, another bash coming through. Does manage to get off the cheese this time around. Quinn jumping down to the low ground with a swashbuckle. Caught by the Rod of Atos. Samantha gets rid of that one. Another swash coming up in a second. But the control and damage is too much. Blacklist. Their speed, precision, and discipline in this game have been impressive. And now they've gotten to a point where they are rolling over Gaimin Gladiators.
These two Octarine cores between the Breaker and the Timber are just wrecking them. There's no control. In fact, these Sprouts, I don't even know if you want to cast Sprout in these fights anymore. I think it's doing more harm than good. Like, Abed is just Timber chaining into them and whirling death, getting the bonus damage off the trees. It's tough. Like, Celery, he just can't find footing. He didn't go the Ags either, so you don't have some extra root in these fights. Maybe the early BKBs dissuaded him a bit, but again, you just can't stand your ground. You need more ability to just there and fight around Thracio, and he did not get a single Satanic right-click off in this fight. He just died to the charge through. And I mean, Tim took like half his HP. He goes in BKB, can't hit anything. He needs the Satanic hit, and he just dies at the bash. Gotta feel for the guy, man.
Not looking great for Gaimin Gladiators as their late game is
There's your BKB on Raid King.
outscaled, and they are running out of resources now for the defense that is coming. Blacklist Rivalry charging into the base while they still have tier 2s to be taken.
Radiant's top tower's above the top. Radiant's top tower has
Gabby
fallen.
is level 25 with a sure. What refresher? Damn, early refresher for the Spear Breaker. That is gonna kill somebody, guaranteed. you don't have a single spell that goes through BKB. So this Breaker is gonna BKB charge in, hold somebody, refresh, get another charge, get another ult, get another BKB. You just gotta throw somebody into the wolf's mouth at this point. In theory, it should be ace. Second life. But the wolf is scouting you invis. Yeah.
And he's catching Tofu every single time. The person who's supposed to be able to help them when their front line gets gone on. Gabby with the revenger goes for it. Oh, actually managed to get away with the Manta, and the stun turned up. He actually does side his blades. Duraccio is getting a main fight that he's actually winning for once. The blades are cutting down Abed. What a fight for the carry of Gaimin Gladiators, showing there is still some life in this Luna to actually be able to carry the lineup.
Or your email number of kills.
That fight looked over with the way Gabby was going through, but he couldn't get the second ult on Quinn. He got fogged, and then he got Lucid Beam. I think he got like every Eclipse Beam. It felt like he got the last one, and he got also killed by a glaive, I think, at the end. Yes, he got killed by a 32 damage glaive hit. That is insane, but that is finally the fight that game we're looking for, where Duraccio gets to stand his ground. The fight centered around him with that shard, doing an insane amount of work. Satanic getting in there as well. He still doesn't have the level 25 talent, but damn if that Silver Edge with some extra crits didn't do some work there. Now that ball is coming alive. Blacklist, they have played this game pretty damn well, but that's a big misstep as the Glaives are just going to take quick work of their base.
I mean, the upside is, I think Blacklist is, you surely learned the lesson there. Gabby has to disable the Luna.
Yeah, you focus Luna over the Mango for sure next fight, right?
Yeah, the problem is going to be their 2 lanes of barracks down, and maybe even a third. I mean, they're going to be hitting in some sort of fight, but this is going to be a pickoff on the Transit Sector, who doesn't have a buyback. They're going to be a 4 versus 5, and maybe Megas. They do have the glyph still.
I mean, Gaming respect this right now. How much they believe in Duraccio being able to just sit here and take the fight. They also got a gem out of that, pretty big.
I mean, I would say, screw it, you're 1 fight away from winning this game. Force the mistakes out of them.
Yeah, why not?
Pops BKB immediately goes for the table onto Luna, down to half health. Can he get off the Satanic and get the hits in? A bit of fight, another charge. He just can't get the hits in a little bit. Oh, now he's healing back up, and Blacklist have to run. But Tim's, well, even if the heroes all get away, it's going to be the buildings that are going to be the problem here. Is Tim's does get cut down. The bigger problem is Megas.
What the hell happened in this game? Abed comes back, he's like, guys.
Oh, we were winning.
We're still winning, right? I mean, they got to make something happen. You cannot let them get out of here for free.
Quick refresh to the BKB, but Abed stuck inside the Sprout. It's bad. Inside the Sprout, silenced up as well. You'll Scepter to be able to help out Raven. He's not able to get this fast kill anymore, has to jump back. Heroes 3 dead on the side of Blacklist. It's Gabby and Raven now. No longer have to go for kills, have to be able to somehow hold their Ancient. Now it's just Raven against the world, and there's no way he has a chance. GG just like that. What a turn of fate. 10 minutes ago, this felt guaranteed for Blacklist.
Southeast Asian Dota, man. I mean, always unpredictable. There's no other way to say it. I mean, Gaming are a little surprised they won that decisively off of how that game was going, because I felt like Blacklist were just incrementally making a stronger and stronger position in that game. Like, if they get an Aegis on the Spectre or something, they take one more fight, maybe they win that game, right? But a couple things just went wrong. Like, they did not respect the Luna Shard. They ended up with double melee core on top of the Duraccio in that fight, with Satanic, BKB, and the Shard running. You have to respect the gap close on this Luna and take it properly and jump him with everybody. And also, Celery eventually made his impact felt with that Sprout leash.
Yeah,
absolutely decimated the 2 mobility cores in some of those later engagements outside the base. Blacklist just got caught off guard. I don't know, some missteps, that's all it takes. And Gaming, when they have these ball lineups, that's the downside, right? If you mess up, they're going to take